Very, very quick flank and getting all of that information. Now Sentinels fully on the rotation back, and you still have Dapper on this front line, down to 7 HP. Still somehow healing. It's still somehow getting damage, taking down Crunchy, but quickly, Sentinels! They have 2 players over in yellow box. It's Shazam and Sick combined for the last 3. Sentinels pick up the pistol. It's fine, so still backs up, but now it's full control for Sentinels. At least the site, they just want to get the spike down, but Bob getting 2. You still have Plix playing around yellow box, down to 5 HP. Zombs with a pick.
He's got the
Crunchy
spam.
has to get it through the box, trying to spam, can't find it. Shazam down to 50. Oh, and he gets the defuse. Barely, as Crunchy made the wrap all the way from B main to mid, and Sentinels, although they make it a little bit more dramatic, this time they might be committing the bodies over towards A, and now Sentinels, they already had Shazam early, but it's a 1-2 combo coming in from Dizzy and Bob, taking down Shazam and Zombs. So now man advantage for SONIQS, that's already taken away, as Tens lines them up, catches 2, and still a whole lot more damage to another. Sentinels at least have 2 players over towards the back of site, Ian and Dizzy, trying to make their way away from this dangerous elbow position. Sick taking on some damage. Long range with a Phantom. Can't get the damage. Instead, it's Ian getting the kill into Tens. And Sick Shock Dart takes down Ian. Dapper picks up Shazam, but it doesn't matter. Dapper finishes up the job himself. 3 players survive for Sentinels. Has full real estate now, but look at the jump on top. Not going to be able to find anything. Instead, it has to be Bob to take down Tens. And indeed, he does. Man advantage now for SONIQS. 3 players in the back line for Sentinels. And Crunchy even picks up Plix right in the middle. This Viper's Pit is just taking up so much space. It's so dangerous for Sentinels to even go through. Plix is going to take down Sick with the boom bots. And 1 more remaining. It's Dapper in a 1v4. Still has a wall to work with. Wants to put that in front of the wall. Quick burst takes down Crunchy. Big frag. Still has to deal with a player over towards Elbow, and he gets taken down. That's the first round back for the Aussies.
I love the way SONIQS are...
Advantage back to SONIQS, but now Sentinels, not exactly full strength, but they still have the bodies to fight, and through the Viper wall, taking down Plix. This is starting to become disastrous for SONIQS, but they still have the chance to at least take it on down. 3 players both on sites for Sentinels. Daisy Life and Bob combining for 2. Now it's just Zombs in a 1v3, and Crunchy still wins it. SONIQS, a nail biter, but they win it anyways.
Walks to the right side. He might just contents find the kill. No, Ian with the better gun will give them an advantage, but look at this push from B main. This is huge from Shazam, but he misses every single knife.
He only has a classic to work with now. He goes down to Crunchy, and Dizzy, watching Inner, takes down Dapper. So Sentinels, a little bit lower on firepower. They end up losing out all 3 of their initial battles.
You're going to be able to recover. Sick. That is going to be spotted here. Slow Orb is well committed to top bridge. He can maybe stop this spike. No. Wall going up is going to make this a whole lot more difficult than the Boom was even discovered. If it's so punishing with that information. And yeah, in a 5v2. Sentinels can maybe get an exit here or there in the form of Zombs as he's the last one alive, which it doesn't look like he won't. Style on him, Plix. Given the time, but SONIQS, they're waiting patiently. Wall breaks and so does Tens. He goes down, but it's Sick back with 1.
Sick still around.
He's gonna cut him off.
Oh, that's the spike. And yes, he can cut him off instantly. Crunchy doesn't anticipate it, and there goes the route. Now it's a 1v2. Dizzy has missed a couple of pivotal shots, but has a chance for redemption.
A fake dash?
Has a close angle, and not only that, but he does have the knives. And oh no, the recon is gonna tap him twice. Now he's out and away. Only has 1 more updraft. Dizzy now with the knives. Waiting up at least for that tick of the spike. Finally, it is going down. Know that there's one close.
He's got a peek.
Oh, he gets it all to Shazam. Still 1 more remaining. The knives are still out. Dizzy still catching on bullets. No. The defuse never goes by. Dizzy plays time. The movement, a little bit questionable, but it doesn't matter. Plix down to 7 HP. Just needs to stay alive. That eye does go a little bit high. Dapper still has a wall too. This could just be a very cheeky defuse if they want to go for it. Dizzy takes down 1. Ian still. The defuse is going in. But the shot through from Bob takes down Dapper. And now it's a Sick in a 1v4. Good attempt, at least from Dapper.
They love to play with the picks. They love to try and get an opening kill at Tens. He expected Plix to play that angle, and he's going to go for more. Shazam right behind him onto Plix, and then him with a second onto Crunchy, but Dizzy's there for 1.
Yeah, nice pick from Dizzy. Need to at least cover up the bleeding.
Oh.
Tens was looking like he was on a tear, looking for revenge too. He lost out on most of his battles.
There's no way they're
At least
prepared for
around his
Ian. He is on
I mean,
such a huge play.
He's been here so many times, though, Sully. Sick is going to check this 100 times out of 100. I mean, that's more than anticipated, right? It's the conditioning.
Yeah.
He's always going to be checking kitchen after what has been plenty of rounds of Ian making that same rotation.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe he could have gotten the timing in his favor, but no. 2v4. Viper's Pit is online. The thing is Dapper and Sick are waiting, and these rotations from both Shazam and Zoms are way too quick. Yup, Viper's ultimate's going to go up, but the Recon Bolt keeps them off the spike plant, giving more time for these rotations and to set themselves up for the retake.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, with the Viper's Pit.
Shazam
He's
knows.
actually outside of it, and now the pit is going to go down.
On 2 players, Zom's making a rep back towards Rafters. The nice Viper or Snake Bite straight onto the foot of Dapper is going to force him back a little bit as Ian opens things up on A.
It's a fast rotation, too. It's the 2 players that have been mostly on a pivot. Shazam coming back too late. Tens in the back line. Crunchy immediately gets the pick onto Tens. Dizzy, nice pick onto Sick. Still 2 up top on Rafters. Might be 3 in just a little bit, but they have full control of sight. That same wall goes up again. They want to counter it. The wall is going down. Zoms with a pick. Dapper up close, takes down Crunchy with the wall open and the smoke still down. Dapper's actually going for the defuse. Shazam watching up top. Still 3 for SONIQS in the back line. Shazam misses out on the wall bang. No longer being defused as Dizzy gets the pick onto Zoms. 1 more player remaining, and it's gonna have to come down to Shazam. He knows that there's a gap through, but with only an op, he just has to go nuts. Bob had that first contact, and Shazam looks away for a split second. Somehow Shazam is still alive, but now he's done. SONIQS once again maintain a lead over Sentinels.
The Sentinels, they're down a man early on. They need to try and get a pick back here. Shazam alone, top of tube. All this utility being committed here, and Sentinels, it's going to be so difficult. Spike will be committed, but no, Shazam, he's up top, but the Spike goes down at the last second. It's a 4v3 with kills going back and forth. SONIQS fine too, and Sentinels are down to just 2. It's again Shazam, juggling between the guns, Bladestorm ready, and a 3v2. SONIQS have already backed away. 2 players by Banana, a big paranoia goes in. Shazam needs an opening, and he's got one, but punished by Bob. It's down to Zoms in the clutch. 1 versus 2 to tie things up. He's stuck in the dark cover, but out goes the swing, and down he goes. Ian picking up a 7th here for SONIQS to give them the lead going into the second half.
Haven't taken up that back control yet, but it's actually going to be a deeper wall than they're used to. Now Plix on top of Rafters. This is really the only position that they have to look out for. 3 bodies looking at that exact same position. 10 takes down Plix. Shazam and Zoms with another one. Tens with a second. Now it's just Dizzy in a 1v5. Catches. Oh, no way! Takes out 1, and Dapper has a knife. We not only see the first international knife, but the second international teabag. He gets counted out. The wall is still there. Plix has to get away some way, somehow. Zoms clears the angle. Dizzy with another shot. Oh my, this Spike is going down so quickly, and Zoms, he can clean this all up. Takes down Crunchy, still 1 more on sight. The Spike is already dead and gone, and Sick, he gets one to the back of the head. Sentinels have tied it up 7-7.
Where the Spike has gone down as well. SONIQS should be expecting the majority of these players to be playing in this ultimate area, so it's up to Dizzy to maybe get a trade, but it's Ian to punish Sick first. A paranoia ready for Zoms, but in a 2v5.
It's like they're almost anticipating it. They're still checking these angles. That's unreal. Zoms now in a 1v4. And SONIQS, they wanted to make absolute sure that... Now the double duelists both making their way in deep into A main, just trying to get a couple of picks. But it's Plix getting a pick. Zoms takes him back. Now man advantage for Sentinels. But they can just put up that wall and get that Spike down. But instead, it's Crunchy on top of Raptor taking out Shazam. Still under. Bob is here alongside Crunchy, and Bob gets 2 quickly off the rotation. SONIQS, the overwhelmed Sentinels.
You adjust this 5th round, while they are on an eco, are going to feel out the rest of the map. But this is where we see the little changes. Ian from out the sky. It's Shazam to be sent back down to earth.
Yeah, like a clay pigeon. Goodbye, Shazam. Dizzy! 1, 2, make it 3. No, does not take down Zoms. But man, oh man, SONIQS with an explosion of frags. And they're still looking to go at Sonic speed to try to finish off this round.
It's just such low HP. That is, oh my goodness, SONIQS. But Ian, this is the fight that needs to go the way of Sentinels. Ian, it's an off angle, and he's got a first kill here for the retake, but Shazam needs this trade. Lockdown goes into effect, and this just became so much more difficult for Sentinels.
And Ian is sticking around, but look at the wall bangs through. Couldn't actually take down the lockdown.
There it is.
Indeed he does! There you go! Shazam takes down the lockdown, and now Ian needs to fight up Shazam in a 1v1. Now he pops out. 10 goes down. 1v4. Dapper just has to hold down the spike. Just has to play time. Ian gets the kill. Do they have time? No! No, they don't! SONIQS! By the skin of their teeth! By a knife's edge! Time Dizzy was just in a 1v1. There he goes. The Viper's Pit is up alongside the wall. And not only that, but a Showstopper not going to be able to catch anything. Instead, it's Zapper going down. The defuse is still going in. Hunter's Fury going to be able to take down Ian, but still the defuse is going to go down on Crunchy. Zoms gets a kill back. And not only that, but Bob went down too. So the Viper's Pit goes down, and Zoms and Shazam combined for 4. Sentinels have a knife.
After these last 2 rounds, and Dizzy, no, he's not gonna get it. 10, 1 tap to his head, and there's an explosion, a burst onto the B site with 4 players.
That's gonna be the last time we're gonna be seeing Dizzy with the off for a little bit too, because of his economy. Now Bob, it was a second contact on the B site, but wasn't able to get anything done. Ian with a deep nano swarm, gonna try to catch Dapper. A little bit of damage, but instead it's actually Crunchy in the back, rotating through their spawn, and goes down to Tens. Tens with another one, and he's just holding W on. Plix only has a Bucky. It can only play this position with the Bucky. Still gets 2, but it's just consolation. Sentinels, they get their own double digits. They tie up.
Off here on Nico to get to 11. Sentinels, the disparity of having no economy is now gone as Shazam shuts down 2 right off the bat.
Oh my god, what a flick from Plix! Still could get a couple more, just has to go for no scopes from here on out, but it's very quick from Dapper and Zoms to make their way on. Again, the restricted firepower, SONIQS just can't get those early picks. So instead, Sentinels, they're able to essentially go on a cakewalk and waltz their way into the A site. Still just Ian remaining in a 1v4.
Couple of exits would be nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, Dapper. You know, that's one way to check your corner. Connections. A bit late on this peak. Can he win it against Sick? No. Punished goes down. 5v3, and SONIQS digging themselves a grave as, oh, Dizzy's committed the Bladestorm. They don't have this for the next round.
No way.
He's gonna have to save the op. It feels like, at least.
Wow. That's so unfortunate, because we mentioned that scenario, and Dizzy is still going for the Bladestorm. They have to fight this up immediately. SONIQS making their way on. Shazam instantly with a pick onto Crunchies. You still, oh god. I was about to say Tens. Could just shut it down off of a wide swing, but still gets traded back. It's still such a cruel scenario now for the last 2 players of SONIQS, as now they just won a couple of exits, but the economy is all too good. And Plix, he's stuck. He's gonna go down to either the bomb or a player. Look out for the economy too. Would have been, I think, 1K.
Get into the lockdown. This is the best case scenario, and you can see Plix is backed away. As soon as the lockdown goes in, he had the showstopper, but Zoms too quick on the trigger. It's Crunchy back for 1.
Crunchy only with a Guardian too, getting up such a huge pick. But look at the radius now of the lockdown. There's so much space over towards the back of site. The lockdown simply is not efficient enough to just keep Sentinels away from this site. They can keep the real estate. They can keep this control. And now Sentinels, they are on the prowl for the final few kills. As now it's only Bob in a 1v4. Hunter's Fury, it's solo used. Shazam, all 4 players looking for the last frag. And Sentinels, dramatic, but they take up the first map over SONIQS. See how they actually treat this one out. Most of the players actually coming in through B main. That's kind of crazy. They make their way out quick though. Shazam picking up 2 immediately. Dizzy Light trying to dash on. Does end up taking out Shazam. Now he Zoms. Still with another one, and still in the back of sight. It's actually a crossfire. Sick right in the middle of smoke. And with 1 last person remaining, Crunchy needs to go into a 1v3. And Sentinels, they open things up with a fairly clean pistol round as SONIQS, again, even take this on, because now you have a gravity pull over towards ramp. That delays even more time. Shazam on the front line takes down Ian, and Tens is on a crossfire, taking down Crunchy and screens. Double in ramp, trying to go down, and it's double for really both teams. Zoms right behind too, taking down Bob. Dapper up front with Tens right behind. Sentinels, yet another clean round. Especially with the way that they won some of the rounds. Very tactical in a sense, very overwhelming, and they're doing it again. Zoms and Sick opening up with 2 kills onto Crunchy and Ian. Plix getting a little bit of damage, but it's actually a combo coming in from sight as Sick takes down Bob from lower. One last player remaining. Dizzy only has a shorty. And Dizzy, no, please, don't come around the corner, please. Oh, Dizzy begging for his life, and now he just wants to go for it anyways, and Dapper still takes him down.
I was so confused for a second. I was like, Dapper, where are you going, man? But SONIQS, it's another retake from one extremity, Gus.
And TenZ is still around the corner. He tries to fight it out immediately, though, and he somehow escapes from a mosh pit of SONIQS players.
Crunchy?
No, it's Crunchy. Okay.
On top of heaven, but now that they're gone, and yeah, Blix is looking the wrong way. Nothing you can do, Bob, with just a sheriff. Okay, Bucky to the head. Not enough damage. Still in the old patch, and it's Psalms to punish. 5v1, Sentinels. Very clean round. It's Crunchy who's going to try and get something out of this one, but 6-0 for Sentinels. Talk about a start and a half. Now, SONIQS are the ones that have to do the adapting. Cloudburst has always been a cue that a grab level is going to be activated, but Psalms doesn't use it. He instead replaces it up a little bit higher, and TenZ from the swing on elevator almost had a second. Dizzy, or apologies, it's Plix who does evade TenZ. And now the trades go back. Sentinels finally here in a 2v2 as Crunchy comes up huge and Hunter Street from Bob.
All right, finally, we have a little bit of a ball game. Sick picking up Dapper, and Crunchy knows that it's over towards bottom mid, and he wants to fight it up immediately, taking down Dapper. Still, one player that they have no idea where he is TenZ. TenZ still coming up, and Crunchy's not going to cancel either. He's completely committed to the B, or I'm sorry, to the A sites. Wait, but they have no clue that Bob is here. Bob shuts it down. 40 HP, or 40 seconds left. What am I saying? I'm slipping up on my words. TenZ. He takes your breath away no matter what. Takes down Bob. Now it's down to a 1v1 as, again, that CP went all the way back to the A side, but Crunchy just has enough time. TenZ gets that information, goes for the fake, and Crunchy gets headshot through the wall. TenZ knows that he's done for. The CP, don't really know if it even made a sound cue from that position. TenZ out with the eye. Crunchy needs a headshot right here, right now. That's the only thing that he can afford. TenZ playing ring around the rosy, around the pillar. Crunchy emerges, and that's a second headshot through the wall for TenZ to firmly put Crunchy in his grave. Able to go out, but a quick dash from Shazam, actually trying to take down Plix. Still two players on site. TenZ so clean onto Bob. It was almost a scrappy battle, but Dapper is already more than up. They're in their spawn. Crunchy still takes down TenZ. This B site isn't exactly locked down just yet, but look at Dapper, man. Perusing his way throughout the map. A little bit of a marathon around the world, and is able to take down two for his troubles. 1v3 for SONIQS.
Picked up a Vandal. The spike is still dancing. Oh my god, it's gonna run right into him. Zoms, he's gonna go down here. If Crunchy can get the kill, no!
Rounds, not exactly taking their time, but at least taking up more control than you would expect. They're already up top mid, but they're actually heading into a double crossfire over in heaven, but Shazam takes down both of them solo! Sentinels make their way out now. Now it's Dizzy, essentially in a 1v5, and that's already it. TenZ is going to be able to get the spike down. And these last two players for SONIQS, I mean, yeah, they're essentially on full loss bonus, but, I mean, they just have to save up at this point. They're getting crunched up again.
Oh, sick.
Oh, my God.
Spray Chancer is too clean. 10-0 Sentinels. The wall up as well. There should be no chance. Lear out from TenZ. It's a late lurk from Zoms. Nebula's down and everything. Sick waiting and watching. Shaz will get the spike down, but now they're looking for a little more Plix to punish, but Dapper again. This lurk is going to catch all of them off guard.
That's what Dapper does best.
Might not be
they got to expect it, and are they expecting it? They have at least Ian looking over towards that direction, but TenZ is just looking for some free frags. Shazam even shooting bodies. Holy Sentinels. And as SONIQS, they thought that some of them were slick. You still have yet another player. It's actually Dizzy that went on the flank to try to get someone mid, but couldn't find anyone. But instead, him over towards B main. Gets a kill onto Sick. Even man advantage. Blix out from heaven, takes down Zoms. This could be their chance to finally take back around in this map. Watch out for Shazam holding it down in heaven, but Blix takes him down. 2v3. It's quiet now as the last two players remaining are split up between B main and site. But when you have TenZ alive, it's all too tough, isn't it? Dapper with the Odin. Oh, little bit of a fake jump. Bob, he backs on out too, and he still has an Odin in his hands. It's Odin v Odin! but oh my word! The pre-fire around the corner. They have 2 players up in heaven as SONIQS barrel their way into the heaven side. Dapper takes down 1, but Sick is still finding this 1-point Blake, and it's Shazam to try to help him out. And the gravity pull is so good. It's so good. Sick takes down 2. They wrap him up. Ian now in a 1v3, breaks down the wall, but there's 2 players watching right over him. Sentinels, they close out the first international battle in Valorant, and they close out map 2 with a 13-0 to move on to the round of 16.